This is my new project. It's going to be used for creating PCBs for various projects around the shop. This particular unit is Genmitsu 3018 Pro version desktop CNC, and it's a fairly inexpensive toy, because you're not going to do any major milling with this other than for very soft materials like wood and such. So in my case, my only interest in it is for doing the milling of PCBs, and I want to start creating my own home-built PCBs without having to go through all the whole etching process. And I've got various copper weight PCB boards, copper clad boards, and they range from 1 ounce, half ounce type copper, all the way up to like 14 ounce copper. So the 14 ounce copper, that will be a bit of an experiment, I think, but I plan to use that to build some Ebike controllers, which I'm hoping to document later. So with this guy, it's all a learning experience, since I've never done one of these before. So we'll see what happens. As I'd mentioned earlier in the video, the purpose for that CNC mill was to build some Ebike controllers. And I have this donor bike that's been sitting around for probably 10 years now, and this was previously used as a platform to develop e-bike controllers at an old company I used to work at. As you can see, there's a massive Crystalite direct drive hub motor in the back with huge torque arms, and this has been completely stripped down. The fairing and all that's gone. There used to be a really nice plastic fairing that surrounded the battery case, and unfortunately that had gotten dropped several times. So this used to be a 24 volt DC Heisman driven bike, and it had 2 really heavy gel lead acid batteries that used to be in the battery pack down here. Now all that's gone, the controller's gone. There's still some remnants of the old bike here, like the old the headlight, which I want to look at converting over to LED. The throttles and all that from the original bike. I can't remember if this was original or not. I think it might have been, but pretty much everything else is gone. So it will be a challenge, and I'm hoping to document the design and testing of this e-bike controller. I haven't decided if it's going to be a 48 volt or 72 volt controller. 48 volt has a lot of benefits in that there's a lot of off-the-shelf components that work well up to 48 volts, or with the battery pack voltage is probably going to be closer to like 54 to 56 volts. Again, it's going to be a TBD as I get along on the process. I think the very first thing is to figure out how to actually make a PCB using this mill. So some of the things I still have to do with this yet is create a spoiler plate, which is a wooden, probably MDF plate that I can screw the work to and put the locator dowels in there. That's intended to prevent you from destroying the aluminum top. You can buy that stuff, but it's pretty easy to just form it, put the bolts in, and lock it down, and then take a leveling bit and just level the whole surface. I did buy their dust collection, and because this is PCBs with FR4, I also got a shop vac HEPA filter for doing the dust collection, since I don't particularly want to breathe it in. So that's pretty much it for today. And as I said, I will document this later.